Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugga and I'm coming at you with American Truck Simulator, and I know. I'll explain. Number one, I haven't uploaded in a while. Why? Depression, number one. All of the mod issues that I have been having with American Truck Simulator. I was just ready to quit. Come on, say, you know what, guys? I'm just going to play another game, and I know that a lot of you are going to unsubscribe. I know a lot of you are not going to watch, and a lot of you are going to get upset that, hey, you're not playing American Truck Simulator. And I say, you know what? I don't want to deal with it anymore. The biggest issue I have with this game is not being able to keep it modded properly because it keeps updating. It's annoying. I can't play. If I mod a game, I can't continue to play it without the mods. I'll give you the best example I have, World of Warships. Every time World of Warships updates, a lot of the mods just won't work. And I won't play World of Warships until the mod installer gets updated and updates all the mods for the new one. I just can't play it. It doesn't feel right. So I almost quit on that front. Two, I sound different, don't I? Things, you might even, like, if I move my controller here, you can probably hear that. I've had to move to my blue snowball microphone again because my Megalodons died, or were dying. The video card, the sound card rather, for the Megalodons was dying. That's all there was to it. It was fucking up. It was causing problems with these headphones. It was causing problems with things like Skype and anything that used a microphone. The programs would freeze up. It was just falling apart, and that's really sad because I really liked it. So now I'm at my Snowball, which is a desktop microphone. I don't have a swing arm for it that I can mount it on to a swing arm, and I don't have enough echo canceling in my room to prevent all echoes, and it's not the greatest of quality, but what can you do? You make do with what you have. So that depressed me, but I have a microphone. And as for the mod issues, the clouds parted, a light shined down on me, and he reached out to me as if to say, I know, my brother, I know the frustration, so here you go. Jazzy Cat put out a bunch of mods for American Truck Simulator finally. A trailer mod, even though it's small, it's a start. A car traffic mod, a classic car traffic mod, a painted truck mod, trucks in traffic mod, just all kinds of very typical Jazzy Cat mods brought over to American Truck Simulator, and it's enough to keep me going. And as for the truck, as you can see here, got a very interesting truck known as the Scot. And to be straight with you, it's the only truck I can find that's worth it. There are other trucks out there that are good. There's a good Kenworth W900 Classic that's really good, but it screws with my frame rate so terribly that it's almost unplayable. I get down as far as 15 frames a minute while recording. Or minute, yeah, 15 frames in a minute. 15 frames a second while recording, and it's really terrible. So I found this. It's actually a really nice little truck. So we're going to give it a go. We got $17,000 left after selling our other truck and getting this. So let's just take it out bare bones. Well, first, why don't we take a look at it? And something we'll have to change is this right here, but we can't change that right now. So we got 290 horsepower. We've only got 1,500 newton meters or 1,440 foot-pounds of torque at 1,600 RPMs with a Eaton Fuller 10-speed. So it's not a powerful truck to start with. But it should be interesting, and it should be a challenge. It's not the greatest in terms of textures, and I'm honestly not sure how it sounds. I haven't started it yet, but it seems to be an okay truck. So why don't we just see what's out there? Huh? You're in Bakersfield. 2173. Both are 2173. Interesting. This does not go as far as this. This is 682 miles. This is only 661. Jackpot, Elko. What about this one? But as you can see, we've got some different trailers in the mix here. Oof, don't that look weird? That kind of scares me. That's the kind of thing that might not fit under stuff if it has a top. All right, so let's just take the tank. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Perhaps a little more volume for me. Not bad, not bad. Again, it's not the greatest looking, but it's also an old truck. And I don't give the modder a lot of guff for appearances, you know. Wow. Just rolled to a stop right there. It looks really nice on the outside. I think he's just got to work at the inside a little bit. Really? This is going to be one of those days. Looks like a minor issue with the lighting. That's okay. Is there anything coming the other way? No. So we gotta try and start forcing the issue here. There we go. So this harkens back to old trucks. This is going to be a real pain for me to drive. Just because, like, the whole symmetry of the truck feels off. I'm not used to it. Take that. And there it is. I think. Yeah, there it is. Definitely not the best of mirrors. Doesn't even have a fisheye on it. Hopefully that can change when we go to upgrade it. Chunk. Just a quick outside look. I'll hop back in once we get out on the road. Alright, not bad, not bad. Oh, this is gonna be tough with this little engine. This is gonna be tough. There are better engines for the truck though. I might have to go double mirrors on this just because that one's way out there. Actually, no, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Let me back this up a little bit so I can see the gauges. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Okay. Now I don't feel like I'm crammed into it. This handle's really weird because it's short-nosed. Whee! Just feels really weird is all. That's top gear right there. Even downhill, we only got up to 53. And now we're losing speed. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. What corner did I miss? You jerk, couldn't you see me turning? Because I couldn't see you. Oh, there it is. I'm like so into concentrating on the truck. I'm actually going to need both mirrors for this. I completely lost the fact that I'm supposed to turn here. Is it me or does it feel like the No, it has. Or is it just because I'm looking up too high? No. Now I'm going to take a bad corner because of it. Because I'm distracting myself. This is far back as we can go. Which is fine by me. There are more powerful engines and whatnot, and I should have looked into getting one, but I wanted to try and take it out stock. Don't blame you. This is going to be a long trip where I really, really, really worry about making it on time. By the way, how did we... no damage. Very strange. Ah, don't do that. Don't do that either. Ah! God damn it! I keep forgetting which button actually does it. I'm like throttled to the floor right now. It's one of those things too, it seems like every time I start gaining momentum, I have to slow down to make a corner. Yeah, so a lot of things have been happening that have depressed me, that have upset me. And they've all compiled on is one of the reasons I haven't been recording. So I'm just going to run down the list here. Number one, after everything going good for a little while, my best friend in the world at this point, Riddy, he went to a small, brand new budding FurCon as, I believe he was assistant chief of security there. So he did that. He bought himself a Cintiq, I believe it's called, so that he can draw a really nice, very expensive device for his artwork, which was really good, and he was feeling on top of the world. Fast forward to today, and the guy that he was working for that delayed about a week in paying him has not paid him the 750 pounds. And I say pounds because, for those of you that don't remember, Riddy lives in England. So 750 pounds, or quid is the other word, I guess. 756, come on. There we go. Well, whatever it is, it's 750 worth. he hasn't paid him at all. And it's overdue now by at least a week. 2 other guards that have not been paid actually have lawyers on the guy, and he's ignoring the lawyers. So there's this real sinking feeling that he's just not going to see the money. And there's nothing that he can really do in terms of taking the guy to court or anything for at least 30 days. And then even then, if he were to win his court case, the guy could pay like $1 a week or something like that. So, yeah, Riddy's feeling pretty screwed right now. Add on to that his car ended up having some major problems. Brakes started acting up on it, and his battery died on his car. All when he didn't have money because he was counting on being paid the money that he was owed. Made for a friend who was very upset and depressed, and I don't blame him. This little bugger's just chugging along, man. This is a little truck that could, no doubt. As long as it doesn't go under 1,000 RPM, I can keep it in 10th, and then use the hill to gain the momentum on the other side. Look at that. This is just chugging along. Nice. But yeah, so he's been really depressed and upset and down and sad and all of that. Add on to that another very good friend of mine, Shay. Shay recently lost his internet. He's lost his heating. He lives in New York, just so you know. And he's in threat of losing his cell phone and electricity. Nice, actually. Okay, it didn't take the corner the greatest, but it did take it. He's in threat of losing his cell phone, which right now is his only means of communication outside of his home. He is disabled. He's disabled worse than I am, to be honest with you. Man, I'm a little worried that the mods I have, perhaps the truck mod, maybe some of the other mods, are really adversely affecting my frame rate. I may have to turn my graphics settings down a little bit more. I don't want to, but if I have to, I will, because in an open area like this, I shouldn't be running at the frames that I am. So I'll probably down the graphics a little bit more. Just try and help tweak that, but I won't do it this episode. But yeah, he's lost all that in threat of losing his cell phone. He could end up losing his electricity. For nothing else, that assisted living has been giving him nothing but headaches and issues, one turn after another. From sending him notices of stuff that he needs late, to not informing him that maybe a form's missing or something else of that nature, and they eventually just cut him off. So he has no income right now. His live-in caretaker is no longer considered his live-in caretaker because of paperwork. And basically he's been, he has no income either. And so now they have to go to court to fight to get back their assisted living status, and to get back money and stuff, and it's just a real mess. And well, I actually didn't notice that my my speedometer, if you go back and look, the speedometer, or the speed indicator on the floating GPS, actually went red because I was going 59. Interesting. So, and Shay's a really good friend and is actually very important to me, and hearing him upset and hearing another very close friend of his, somebody, I guess you'd even call her a girlfriend, and I'm gonna just say the name, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna explain why she goes by the name of Hobo, how upset she is, and a lot of people are upset. Honestly, Shay has a lot of friends. He's the type of sweet, innocent person that you just really can't help like. Not to say that Shay's not without his issues or problems in terms of things that he does or things that he says or things that he can be. But those really come up few and far between, and for the most part, he's a very sweet and funny, extremely funny, quick-witted person who a lot of people care about. And if we could, we would all step up and we would all help. But the furry community is not known for its overflowing riches, shall we say. So sadly, by the time a lot of us had learned of this, it was too late for anyone to do anything to try and help, you know? So that threw me into a depression as well. And it's just like one of those things that is showing no signs of getting better. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to tweak my graphics because I shouldn't be running at under 30 frames. It could be the truck, it could be the mods. It's most likely, if I'm to be honest with you, it's most likely the mods I have installed. But that's alright, a quick graphics tweak will fix that. So it's going to look even less pretty than it does now. And I can't help that. My computer's decent and should be able to run this okay. And when it's not recording, it does. But when it does record, that's a really heavy hit. And there's not much I can do about it. Let's build up that momentum again. We were doing good for a while. It's not bad. A little truck, once you get it up to cruising, cruises really well. But it's getting it to cruising that's difficult. And see, when I was using the Freightliner with all of the mods there, and I did have Jazzy Cat traffic mods and stuff there, I was running 40 or so frames easy. So it may be the truck, the detail in truck, reflections in the truck, whatever. And that's just mildly annoying. Hopefully somebody will update the Freightliner Argosy, and I can get that. I can get that back because I really, really, really like that truck. That's my truck. End of story. But otherwise, I haven't been doing... Jeez, really? Oof. Whoa. My frame rate just went through the floor. It's at times like this I have to go outside. This usually helps. Apparently not anymore, though. Usually I'll go outside the truck and it would help the frame rate. All things considered, I am severely considering going back to Euro Truck Simulator. Because in Euro Truck Simulator, I don't need a modded-in truck. It's nice, but I don't need a modded-in truck. In Euro Truck Simulator, all I need... In Euro Truck Simulator, all I need is the in-game trucks. Whether it be the Mercedes MP4, the DAF's FX, was it FX6? The DAF Euro 6. The DAF Euro 6, the Scania, uh, Volvo, Mercedes. All I need is the in-game trucks. I don't need a modded truck. And this game still only has 3 types of trucks, and those 3 types of trucks are divided between 2 companies. So, yeah, a nice horn. Oops. Yeah, let's see, this is where I get hit, right? Or this is where I drive into the pillars. God, my frame rate's still horrid. Get in the truck! So don't be surprised if maybe you don't even see the end of this run. And come tomorrow night, instead you see, yeah, I know it's a bad corner. And instead, tomorrow night you see Euro truck back up here. It's quite possible. But there's not a lot to talk about beyond that. I'm down a couple more pounds. Couple, legitimately, 2. I'm right about... I was 453. I'm 451 now. Doctor wants to see me back in a month from my doctor's appointment, which was Thursday. So a month from Thursday, I hope to be under 450 pounds for the second time since moving to Hawaii. The first time was a couple of years ago, before my wife had passed away. I actually somehow dropped all the way to 443 pounds. I keep looking at DDP yoga, and I keep really wanting to be a part of that. I didn't know that they offered payment plans. I can get the biggest workout pack for like $30 a month. I may try that. I don't know. I don't think I need the biggest pack. The biggest pack comes with 4 workouts: beginners, intermediate, hard, and extreme. I don't think I need the extreme. I think extreme is like really conditioning kind stuff for people who are like eccentrically active, or other wrestlers. Because I do know that other wrestlers use DDP yoga, or at least they say they do. Chris Jericho promotes it all the time. Steve Austin promotes it all the time, says he uses it. Matter of fact, Jericho says that DDP yoga is the reason that he is in the shape that he's in right now, despite his age, and despite not having been in the ring for a while. He says it's because of DDP yoga. Either way, I've read a lot about Diamond Dallas Page myself. Things people have said about him, things that he's done, and one of the reasons I'm willing to try DDP yoga as a workout is because I respect Diamond Dallas Page. As a person, he he's a stand-up kind of guy. He's not the kind of guy that's out there to screw you. He believes in his product and he believes in everything behind it, and just the things I've seen him doing. Yeah, I'm willing to support that. You know, somebody said, well, you could always try and find a DVD rips of it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I support those that I care about. Where is the next rest point? It's going to be tough. Shut up. So, yeah, that's really why I'm willing to try DDP Yoga. It's just my respect for the man behind it. I actually got to meet him, so to speak, one time. It was a strip club that I always used to go to back in Rhode Island, because Massachusetts is not allowed to have strip clubs. I'd go to Rhode Island, and they had this really nice strip club. I believe it was called Mario's. And while sitting in Mario's watching the dancers and having my $5 thimble of Coke or cup of ice sprinkled with Coca-Cola, because I'm not much of a drinker. Yeah, Mario started losing some of its glamour to me. It used to be that you could just walk in and go and enjoy. Then they upped it to a... then they had a $5 cover charge to get in. Then a $10 cover charge to get in. And then a $10 cover charge to get in and a 1-drink minimum. Yeah, you had to pay $10 to get in and have at least 1 drink. So I inevitably would have to pay $15 just to get in the club and stay there. So it was starting to lose some of its appeal, but it was my go-to strip club because they would often have star performers there of the big boobed kind, which I was very fond of. Oh, shut up. I don't care if I'm speeding. This is a matter of fucking get there. So, anyways, I was there one time and I happened to look at this table. And at the table, I thought I saw, but I couldn't quite tell, Diamond Dallas Page. A couple guys sitting with him. And I was like, nah, can't be. So, I got up from the bathroom, made sure that my drink would stay where it was. And I walked past the table, and sure enough, it was Diamond Dallas Page. And it was not just Diamond Dallas Page. There was a couple of, at the time, WCW, might as well, damn it, call them B-list wrestlers, I guess you could say. Yeah, we're going for the rest point. Is this it? Please tell me this is it. Thank you. So I'm going to tweak the graphics after this. Oh, now the graphics are fine. What the fuck? I don't know. Anyways, it was a couple, what we'll call B-list wrestlers. It was Diamond Dallas Page, Disco Inferno, and Das Wunderkid Alex Wright. And I remember reading in Mick Foley's book about how Diamond Dallas Page said, a strip club is where the boys can go to just be boys. Because DDP was actually married at the time. So you just go and blow off steam and relax. And reading a lot of wrestlers' books about being bothered by people, wanting to give them autographs at inopportune times, or wanting to get autographs from them inopportune times, and how much it bothered them. So, with that in mind, I kind of was like, you know what, okay, fine. this is what I'm going to do, because I want to meet these guys, but I don't want to be a burden to them. So I walked up to the table and I said to them, I said, excuse me, guys. Look, I know you're probably busy. I know you're hanging out. I'm not busy. I said, I know you're here trying to relax. I know you're hanging out, and you probably don't want to be bothered too much. So I just want to come up and say, I really appreciate you guys, everything you do in the ring, how hard you work, everything you go through in ring and out of ring, traveling and whatnot, to entertain us, the fans at home and in the arena. So I just wanted to say thank you. And the look on their faces was amazing. Because it was like, wow, somebody who gets it. You know? I was a wrestling fan. And I respected them. And I did know what they went through in the ring. And I did know everything they had to put up with. So for me to walk up and do that to him, and I believe it might have been DDP that said, you know what, man, thanks, appreciate it. It's nice to hear that once in a while, instead of somebody just coming up and going, dude, can I have your autograph, and talking about, oh, this person will kick your ass, or that person. You know, it's just nice to hear that we're appreciated once in a while. I was like, no problem. I said, look, I know you guys get money. I know you guys probably get more money. Not quite. I know you guys get more money than me, but look, I took $40 out of my pocket and I put it down. And I said, whatever drinks that can buy for you guys, go ahead, please. I know it's not much, but you've given me so much entertainment in the past watching you guys. Let me do at least a little something for you. And they were just touched by it, and they were moved. And I would love to be able to say they invited me to sit at their table and shoot the shit and talk stories and tell me stuff about what happened in the room, but no, they didn't. That didn't happen. They said thank you, they appreciate it. I shook their hands, and I went back to my table and sat down. And I just enjoyed the fact that I got to be face to face with DDP, Disco Inferno, and Alex Wright. At the time, I was hoping they would become something, but yeah, whatever, they didn't. DDP did, but Alex Wright and Disco Inferno, unfortunately, were pretty buried. Anyways, folks, like I said, I don't know for sure what's going to go on with this game. I may go straight to Euro Truck, if not now, soon. Some of you, or all of you, may be actually really enjoying that thought. I have no idea. But as I was saying, folks, that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. I'm sorry for the lack of content this past week. Hopefully that won't happen again, but you know me, I really unfortunately can't promise anything. So until next time, folks, this is going to be one big bug.